The 2020 Euros may seem like ages away, but qualification is right around the corner, starting in March of this year. Just like in 2016, it will be a 24-team competition, so predicting each and every team that will qualify is a near impossible task. Despite this, I will do my best to predict the final 24 teams who will qualify for UEFA Euro 2020. With predictions in general being heavily opinionated, it is only natural that you will not agree with at least some of the predictions in this video. So I suggest that you post your own predictions in the comment section. As implied by the title, this will be divided into two parts. The first part where I predict the group winner and group runner-up of each qualification group, and the part 2 where I predict the teams that will qualify through the playoffs. If you have any questions regarding exactly how the qualification process works, I suggest you look it up on your own, as I cannot do a better job of explaining it than any other video or article already in existence can. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's start with Group A. For me, England are given group winners, having finished 4th at the World Cup and having by far the strongest squad in the group. The remainder of teams are all contenders for 2nd place though, even Montenegro and Kosovo, neither of whom have ever qualified for an international tournament. But even though I think Montenegro and Kosovo have a hypothetical yet unlikely chance of finishing 2nd, Bulgaria and the Czech Republic are just in a league above them in my opinion. So I think the fight for 2nd place will be a struggle between Bulgaria and the Czech Republic. Bulgaria have not qualified for an international tournament since Euro 2004, but I think they will finally break that curse and actually qualify for the 2020 Euros. The Czech Republic are a struggling side, whom have been having a hard time in the Nations League despite not being relegated, and picked up a 4-0 and 5-1 loss to Australia and Russia respectively in friendlies. Also, Bulgaria is a very strong home team, which they proved by defeating both the Netherlands and Sweden in 2018 World Cup qualification. I think their strength on home soil will be enough to seal them 2nd place in the end. Just like in Group A, the 1st place is a pretty obvious choice for me, Portugal. 2nd place will most likely be contested by Ukraine and Serbia, since Luxembourg and Lithuania won't really stand a chance against them. Ukraine are not weak, having a strong showing at the Nations League, but I think Serbia is slightly better. They have a wide variety of world-class players and had a good World Cup, despite not advancing to the knockout stage. Serbia could even shock Portugal and narrowly win 1st place over them, but in the end, I still think Portugal will manage to finish on top of the group. This group will most likely be a 2-horse race between the Netherlands and Germany. Both of them are traditional footballing powerhouses who have been underperforming a lot recently, so deciding which of the two will finish on top of the group is far from easy. However, Netherlands won their Nations League group and have been on an upgoing trend after their massive failures to qualify for international tournaments. I think the Netherlands will win the group with Germany comfortably in 2nd place. Northern Ireland is a good team, but not good enough for the Netherlands and Germany. This will likely be a highly competitive group, with Switzerland, Denmark and the Republic of Ireland all having realistic chances to qualify or even win the group. However, I give Switzerland and Denmark a slight edge over the Republic of Ireland, as they have proven a lot more on the international level. Like at the 2018 World Cup, for example. Out of Switzerland and Denmark, either can win the group. In my opinion, Switzerland is a little bit better than Denmark, even though there isn't a lot separating them. They had similarly good performances at the World Cup, but Switzerland has been enjoying more success in the Nations League and against tougher opponents too. Croatia are a pretty obvious choice for who will win the group. They reached the World Cup final this summer and still have most of that squad intact. 2nd place is much trickier though. Wales and Slovakia both have decent chances of qualifying, but right now I think Wales simply is better than Slovakia. Slovakia finished on bottom of their Nations League group and have been failing to perform well on an international level for a long time. Wales, on the other hand, have, despite failing to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, been a very solid team recently. Their biggest accolade being their semi-final appearance of the last Euros in 2016. Pair this along with the fact that they have world-class players such as Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey, and I just could not justify not predicting them as the runner-up of this group. In my opinion, this is the group of death of this qualification campaign. Despite their underwhelming performance at the 2018 World Cup, Spain have a world-class squad and are the favorites to win the group. The second best team of the group is Sweden, with possible competition coming from Norway and Romania to secure second place. Sweden have been improving vastly without Zlatan and under their coach Janne Andersson, and don't look like they're slowing down, also winning their Nations League group in the process. I could be wrong, but I think Sweden will finish second with relative ease, with Norway possibly just beating them to it. If Sweden perform really well, I even think they could win the group over Spain. Still though, Spain will probably win it. As opposed to Group F, this is probably the weakest qualification group. The strongest team in the group being Poland, and they finished on bottom of their group of the World Cup this summer. I think Poland will win the group with relative ease, followed by Austria in second place. Israel, Slovenia, Macedonia and Latvia are all a level below Poland and Austria. Just like the two groups prior, this group is not exactly the strongest, the only exception to this of course being the reigning world champions France. Iceland and Turkey are not weak though, and will likely be the two main teams competing for second place. Everyone of course remembers Iceland's impressive showing at the 2016 Euros, where they made it all the way to the quarterfinals as huge underdogs. Afterwards, they kept on impressive, winning their 2018 World Cup qualification group. At the World Cup itself though, they were a bit underwhelming, failing to pick up a single win, and ever since the conclusion of the World Cup, Iceland have been on constant decline, finishing on bottom of their Nations League group without picking up a single point. This isn't helped by the fact that their current coach is not exactly the best and has ruined 7 years of international Swedish football. Turkey haven't exactly been convincing either, but in the end I think they will prove to just be a tad too strong for Iceland. Belgium finished third at the World Cup and possess a wide variety of world-class players. They are the definitive favorites for winning this group, and I think they will do it easily. Predicting second place is far more difficult though, with Russia and Scotland both having really good chances of advancing in my opinion. A lot of people will be expecting Russia to secure second place with ease, with their good performance at the World Cup being taken into consideration. But Scotland is a seriously underrated team, and should definitely not be regarded as a free win by any means. But either way, I think Russia will finish second in the end. Despite Italy's failure to qualify for the World Cup, they will most likely win the group, as they are just far better than any other team in it. But Bosnia and Herzegovina also possess a very strong team, which is the reason I think they will finish second in the group, as the likes of Greece and Finland won't topple them anytime soon. Those are my predictions for the UEFA Euro 2020 qualifiers. Please tell me your predictions in the comment section. Remember to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for part 2, which will come shortly after each of the playout routes have been decided.